I co-founded a group called everyartist.me, and our purpose is to spark human creativity. If you take any 30-year-old, they spend more time, money, and energy on products and services that didn't exist when they were 20. And it's creativity that has made that happen. Creativity's drove that innovation. I have a 7-year-old and I have a 10-year-old, and the world that they will inhabit hasn't been invented yet. They will need to invent that world. 10 years ago, I started painting the world we live in now, and I hired someone to walk around Wal-Mart and shop, and I started making paintings about that. And Wal-Mart is the most visited interior space on the planet. I can find an infinite variety of patterns, shapes, colors, gestures, and quite frankly, I love the view of the world 5 miles per hour, looking at brands out of the corner of my eye. And the blur of brands, and I just find this fascinating. People often ask me what it's like to be a professional artist, and I say, think of a Rolling Stones concert in the largest stadium in the world. Hundreds of thousands of people, shoulder to shoulder, and they're all artists. The Rolling Stones haven't showed up, there's no concert happening, but everyone is shouting, "Look at me!" And, after the age of 40, shouting, "Look at me," gets downright embarrassing. And so I started thinking about my kids, and my wife is a landscape painter, and when she sets up an easel, kids flock and just want to see the magic. And when I set up an easel in Walmart, an adult might reach around and grab what I'm trying to paint and put it in their cart. But kids stop and they want to see the wonder. They want to see what's going to happen. So I had this crazy idea of, what if we could get every kid who walked into Walmart and teach them how to draw? I had this suspicion that we could effectively change the way the next generation thinks. So what if every year on the same day, we have this massive art event where millions of kids visually interpret the same idea? And I just thought this was great. So we tested it out in Bentonville, Arkansas. And we partnered with the Bentonville School District, and they were amazing. Bentonville is like a small town on steroids, and we went from having 100 kids testing the idea to within 2 months, we had 8,500 kids. Now, they were all interpreting the themes of excellence, service, and respect, and we had 30 busloads of kids over a 5-hour period delivering their drawings to the indoor football field of the local high school. And it was just a magic day, and it was amazing to see what happened. And they did it in this procession into the shape of the state of Arkansas. Now, Walmart Visitors Center sponsored a 175-foot mural that hangs in downtown Bentonville. And what's kind of amazing about what an ongoing community experience this is still kids go, have an ice cream cone, and pick out their drawing amongst the sea of drawings, show their grandparents, their mothers, whoever didn't get a chance to see. And this was a huge success. So the question is, how do we keep this going? How do we build a tribe to foster creativity? And on Thursday, the 21st of November, the week before Thanksgiving, everyartist.me is launching the most massive community art event in history. Our goal is to get 1 million kids to participate. And to that end, we need all of you to be art champions. If you don't have a kid, find one. And corral his classroom, his school district, get them to participate. because we have this crazy, stupendous idea of what if we could project 1 million kids' artwork onto the Washington Monument or the Washington Mall? What if we could start to build this tribe that fosters creativity? Why are we doing this? 80% of adults think they should be more creative, wish they were more creative, wish society was more creative. 1 out of 4 adults feels they live their creative potential. Now, another piece of that equation is most kids stop drawing between the ages of 10 and 12. Why? Because in their minds, they have this clear idea of what something should look like, and they can't execute it. They see the class artist, Johnny, who can draw a horse naturally, and they know their horse doesn't look like a horse. And it's frustrating, and they lose pleasure in drawing, and they let Johnny be the artist. Now, it may be true that Johnny is the artist, and they are not, but they make an erroneous assumption that Johnny is more creative. We are doing this to spark creativity. And we believe if you educate the whole mind of a child, her whole world will change. We also believe that just by attempting this, we will have so many unforeseen positive consequences that we can't even imagine. I'm going to tell you about one drawing that one kid did in Arkansas. And out of the 8,400, I just found it so compelling, and there were many, many great ones, but this one touched me because he had creatively thought through the idea of excellence. He had this pencil drawing of 100 arrows. And I'm like, what's going on here? Tell me about it. And he said, well, I'm going to color all these arrows yellow and this one arrow red because excellence always stands out. And so when I think about this, like excellence always stands out. And so my call to action, my call to my peers as teachers, parents, educators is spark creativity in the next generation. Foster the flame. We need you to be art champions for the next generation. Thank you.